Capstone course, I think, really does bring together all of what we do throughout the years in our English and language arts programs. And we designed the course so that we took the mission statement into account when we created it, especially the collaborative learners who are able to construct meaning. Those collaborative learners really, through all of the things that they have been doing since the time they were in elementary school even, those skills have been leading them toward a real-life application. And so we have done the best job we could to create a real-life application for them. And we came up with this idea of a messy problem because life is messy and there are messy problems that these students will have to deal with. So we're hoping by simulating that in the Capstone Cornerstone project that they'll get some experience in working with those messy problems.
Project.
I learned a lot from this project. I learned about myself and what I want to see in the school, but a lot from my peers, and I thought their ideas were very great. They had a lot of different ideas and I loved hearing about them, and I just thought it was very important to hear not only my classmates but also from different classes what a lot of different kids would like to see throughout our school.
Helping us to become self-directed learners helped us to create our own plan of attack for our project, and then we could engineer the project the way we wanted it. And we had guidance from the teacher, but then we could make it ourselves, make it best for the students and the administrators that we presented to.
I learned from this experience that working in a group takes a lot of effort, and you have to listen to everyone in the group's ideas and plans in order to carry it out. And I also learned that solving a problem of such like a major scale, you have to think about things like budget and resources, and you really have to think the problem through before you can solve it, because you can't just like solve a problem without thinking about all of the different steps to solve it.
Well, I feel like this project is authentic at its core. So students are given this choice. First of all, they have this choice in the problem that they choose to tackle, and really they just struggle with it, which I think is really powerful for them. So, you know, they're thinking creatively and critically, and they're collaborating with each other. And they're being innovative, so they're thinking about the intricacies of this problem, and there's inquiry, and they're asking questions, and not only are they asking the questions, but then they're finding the answers, and they're doing that by researching and using their resources, whether that's teachers or students or things out in the community. So I think it's been really beneficial for all of those reasons.
For seniors overall, because it really gives them a chance to leave an impact on the school after they've left, kind of change something for the better for the students to come, and hopefully the students to come will follow in that suit once they have the opportunity to do this project. And also the sense that it's not a meaningless project, it's a project where, you know, if you perform well, you're your idea has a chance to be heard and maybe acted upon by the school board and the administration and people in power.
We each came together with different proposals, and we were able to put most of them together to create something that we wanted to implement. Like Emily, she came up with the health classes, switching them, and Caitlin came up with coloring the halls so that we had something to actually look at instead of white on white.
Aspect that encourages collaborative thinking and working in a group, having critical thinking skills, and communicating these ideas, because we had to work in a group with other people and convey our objectives to the administrators.
Because we're able to stand up in front of peers and important people and be able to talk about problems without being scared or anything.
Before 6th period. This 15 minutes, students could recollect themselves, just relax a bit, and just take a break from the stress of school. 72.8% of students said that they would definitely.
Program here at MASH, students will be better prepared for learning. This way, we can guarantee that by the time every high school student receives their mechanics spur diploma, they will have met the goals stated in the district's mission statement. And they will not only carry these skills into their future, but the strong reputation of the Mechanicsburg Area School District as well. Thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
I see the concept of my project getting implemented into our health system and having the school board and the staff kind of implement that more into our education and having students be more informed about safe sex and the benefits and the consequences of it. And I see the Capstone project getting really big and really working. It gives students a chance to implement their ideas into our education system and for others to learn more about ideas.
The Capstone course in its entirety and the task in particular gives them actual concrete practice on getting up, talking to people, communicating, making eye contact, feeling comfortable explaining something that's actually really complex in words that their peers are going to understand. And they're doing it to an audience that's looking at a visual that they've created that's enhancing. So we're getting them out of that, here's my PowerPoint that's basically my whole text on some slides, and I'm going to use it as a note card, and we're trying to get them to realize that it's supposed to enhance what they're saying because they're the presentation. So it puts the focus on them. And if they have that kind of pressure on them in a good way, they have to really set themselves apart from their peers, particularly when we kind of dangle that carrot of talking to Dr. Leidy and presenting to other administrators, because
school district, we've taken on this idea this year of really focusing on what your day looks like. I think for quite a while, we've wanted to make sure that we're preparing you academically. That's been an emphasis. And in doing so, I think we've shown that you are prepared academically. There's more to it than just the academics. And not only are we hearing that from you, we're hearing that from your teachers, your parents, community at large. And as a result, I think you hit on something that's really important for all of us moving forward. I love the specific nature of looking at the environment and then looking at the curriculum through the health class.
Recently I've had a chance to visit 3 different schools in another country, and interestingly, I think almost everything that you've addressed here are actually addressed in those schools, from the break time to the bathroom to the environmental friendliness to the health curriculum. So it's interesting. Sometimes we get very insular, and and it can be very hard to change in a system for reasons, you know, as even you pointed out, community beliefs, and
So
parent beliefs.
this
can't-
work that you're doing here is so real and authentic to the kind of work that you will be doing later in life, and the kind of work that a computer's not going to be able to replace. Technology's not going to be able to replace what you did here today. And the background research that you did, the effort that you put into it is obvious for every one of you that presented. And you need to feel really good about where you are in comparison to your peers, not only here in this building, but across the state and the country. You're set, and keep working on it, keep getting better at it, but you have the foundation necessary to be very successful, whatever you choose to do. So thanks for taking the time to do this. Very well done.